pretty tough. This is sort of my first injury I've had to deal with through surgery. So it was my first surgery, and I was really scared at first. I think the main thing is you got to take away the positives. That's something I learnt from Walshy. I remember him doing an interview when he came back from Sydney, and he landed in Melbourne, and they interviewed him and they said, how does he feel about the injury? And he said, it's obviously not great, but there's a lot of people doing it a lot worse than him. So I think the main thing is looking at the positives and moving on from there.
Any drill?
Yeah, any drill you want. You had to pick one drill.
Matt Barney.
What's that?
The sort of time frame they gave for me was around 8 weeks recovery. And then you look at some of the boys that have got injuries and they're pretty much out for the season, and you can see their attitude towards training. It's unreal. And for me to be on the sideline for around 8 weeks, I shouldn't be complaining at all. I should be getting straight into it, and that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to implement what those boys are doing with their training into my training. Well, the first week I came into the Storm, that's what they sort of breed you to understand is there's injuries going to come, there's people who might get dropped from the team, who just certain different circumstances, and that next man up has to be ready to go, and they should be knowing their roles as soon as they get into that team. So as soon as I came in the first week, we were told about that next man up mentality, so it's really important. I think everyone understands it here.
You know, one thing we always, from pre-season, whether it's at Geelong or just during the pre-season period, we encourage the players with that mentality of just being ready. The key focus is being ready for when that opportunity arises, because you don't know when that opportunity is going to come.
It was Thursday. I went down to Coles to get me groceries for the weekend and that, thinking that I was going to fly back, and then Bellyache rang me a couple of times and I missed him, so I had to bring him back. And then he told me the news while I was at Coles, and it's just it's a feel-good moment. Like, it's something that I've been dreaming of, obviously, as a kid, and for it to come true and to share that news with my family and my partner, it was something I'll never forget telling them. Yeah, it's pretty surreal when you look around the room. You got Money, Jesse, Hughesy, Fuss, all those older boys. They kind of like calm you down, knowing that they've got your back and like you're in their team. So that makes you feel like you're good enough, and makes you want to do your job and not let them older boys down.
Brought his family tonight.
Yeah, well, obviously it's been a minute since I've seen my family, especially my little brother. He's like, because he had cricket in Sydney, so I didn't get the chance to see him when I went back to Newey in the off season. So yeah, I haven't seen him for a while, and just for my family to be there, like, I thought, it was a special moment to hear home, like knowing that they've been on the journey with me, and to share that moment was special.
We're so proud of you, mate. You've worked so hard. You've sacrificed so much. You've never given up. You don't take things for granted, and more importantly, you're respectful of what you've got and what you've been given. A couple of years ago, Grant had the misfortune to play in a game where one of our boys up in Newcastle died, and for Grant and Cameron, who were both on the field next to him when he got hit, the way that Grant has bounced back from that tragedy to be the person he is, and play for the reason he plays for now, It's a real honour. We're so proud as a family. These guys wouldn't want you in their team if they didn't trust you and they didn't believe in you. There's a lot of people that believe you, trust you and love you. Grant, congratulations.
Yeah, so that's for Joel Dark. He was one of the boys at the Butcher Boys. He's from Old Bar. He got the head knock in a game. Yeah, I play every game for him now. I get a bit emotional, and he died on the field. So that's the reason why I play. And yeah, to come back from that, my older brother was playing as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a connection I have. Oh, massive! Like, just never let me take the easy option, especially Tegan. Like, as many days as I train, or like she wants to go do something, but I've got to do something for footy first. Yeah, she's been there massively, and then for my two brothers, they don't let me take a backward step. Like, they're always watching me, and if I had a bad game on the weekend, I would have been first to hear it off those two. And I didn't want to live that down for the rest of my life if those two were saying that on my debut I played bad. So yeah, and then my oldies, mum and dad, you probably saw how proud they were. They've just been there every step of the way, really.
He goes pretty early. Yeah, I'll chuck the fucking ball and
In cup, you get those odd couple sets that are fast, but yeah, like this is just every set. It's just next level. You got to be concentrated for the 80 minutes. If you're not, you'll get found out. So yeah, I definitely saw the impact of like the difference in cup and NRL. But yeah, I loved every moment of it. That's for Joel Dark. I play every game for him now. Yeah, that's the reason why I play. And to have them in the crowd and yell out my name and that after the game and to share that moment was, yeah, something I'll never forget. Walking back to that back corner and they're all there. That's yeah, pretty surreal.
It was so good to see Grant get his debut. He came here in a training trial with us in the pre-season. He came away, did IDQ camp with us, did everything with us, and he was a real standout. And he was only on a training trial, so he was trying to prove a point, and I thought he really did. And from all that work he did, that lead up from the pre-season into the in-season, I think the coaches knew what they were going to get when they put him into the team, and we saw that when he went out and got the debut. And he scored 2 tries in front of his family, which was unreal.